The dream of all men. The dream of all tank. Alright. Hey, what's up everyone? It's Dolbec and today I'm gonna speak about tank build, like PvE tank build. I made a tank video recently and I'm just showing this setup I'm using in this video and what I'm usually do past 2 months when I tank. In the past I was sword and shield and rapier, and recently I switched just cause I got bored. It's still good to play sword and shield and rapier, but yeah, I wanted something different to put out the great sword, and now I'm playing with it just cause it's more fun. And yeah, I can do entire dungeon without even like blocking. I can just attack the whole dungeon, EV attacking and doing ability, so I like it. Alright, so let's jump on the build. First of all, this is my hammer build. I'm not gonna start explaining everything, cause if I do, the video will be too long. You can just copy and paste and then read to see why I take what. But essentially, shockwave is your taunt. You want to put it as much as possible. You want to reduce your cooldown doing EV attack that are empowered and do more penetration. Then you want to flatten your enemy, another good CC and good DPS. Then you have the Path of Destiny that's gonna help you reach the mob that are too far. Wrecking Ball give 45, so it's pretty good. You kinda need to pop it as much as you can to gain 45. And Thundering Shockwave gonna reduce the enemy. They're gonna take more DPS because of the Thundering Shockwave. And then, yeah, you want to pop it as much as possible to keep leeching even more because of the base of this build is Transient Recovery. And I can leech, like infinite leech, just hitting with my hammer. And yeah, as you can see, Plagued Strike pretty good for Vampiric and Nature Mutation, but you can go for something else into the rest. Still, into bigger dungeon like Iliad, there's some mob that heal themselves or heal the mob around, so Plagued Strike is never a dead perk almost. And yeah, you can do the same for the Great Sword. You can put a Bane into it, attunement, all that shit. That's pretty good because you're gonna just the Bane and the attunement just gonna make you leech more, and this is what you want to do. So that's insane leeching right now. Yeah, you can do the same. I started to roll Great Sword like 2 months ago. Like my first Great Sword I started with was this one. It worked out pretty good, but I was looking for something else. And yeah, I was trying to craft a Plague Strike, Transient Recovery, and gain a nice third perk like Refreshing Move. But it was just not happening, and yeah, this one was the best one I got without Refreshing Move, and one day they put out Hybris. The dream of all men. The dream of all tank. Alright. So yeah, as you can see, they decided to give something to the people like me. Because I was maybe not the only one to do that thing with the transient recovery, but I know I'm showing it to all the people around me, and they are like, oh, it's existing. Like for now, it's most of the people don't use transient recovery, and it's underrated. Don't sleep on that, man. For tanking, you can face tank wall dungeon with that. Leeching is nothing compared to transient recovery, alright? Nothing. Mostly with some weapon like the Great Sword that you block and IV attack at the same time, and Hammer that you gain empowering and armor penetration. Standard Shardist set with you can put the Corrupted Rage instead. It's a set that you can farm all around. You want a bit con, because if you have too much strength and you go for hard dungeon, hard content, and you want a lot of con just to make sure you don't throw your group, you need some peace with con. It's essential if you don't want to throw your group sometime because you're not gonna have enough con, and it's sometimes new content came out and you want to reach really far. You know your DPS gonna do the work. You don't need to help them. Like sometimes you do speed run and you want more strength, and sometimes you do the opposite. You just want to climb the ladder and not take risk. And in those time, you want con on your stuff, so get 1 or 2 pieces just in case. Change your amulet depending on what you need. Like this one is fire. Empowered, not really useful, but kinda at the same time with the hammer, I get empowered, so it's pretty good for it. I got almost the same. I got a lot of amulet like that in my bank, and I can switch depending of the mutation type. Like this one is nature instead of fire. Bone ring always good. You can find something else, but this is one of the best starter. The onyx is maybe not the best way to go, but you want it still like in the boss fight and all around. You're gonna get some physical DPS, so it's not that bad to have one onyx. But I recommend more Malachite. Like, this is why I chose the champion earring over the Doom's Chance earring. It's not only because it's con, it's because it's a Malachite. It's amazing. So yeah, this is the tank setup for Enchant. The base is those weapons. You can do it in any dungeon. Even the hardest content in game. You don't like you want your fishing move, but you don't need it. You can just start Transient Recovery Keen, and then find something better in the future. But yeah, at the start, just get 2 perker, Transient Recovery Keen or Transient Recovery Lifesteal, just something that's gonna help you recover faster. Transient Recovery Rare Fishing move. All right. So, I'm gonna show my corrupted set because we are there. I'm gonna show how I build it. The problem of the Aureat is the Empower Ring Breaker. So I take the Captain Expedition Glove and I put it on. You can wear the full set of the Captain, but you kinda want the chest plate that puts 30 energy. And yeah, if you tank with Rapier instead of Hammer, because the Rapier is a really good combo too. I really like it. You can go for Sundering Riposte. When I tank with the Rapier, I do that, and now I have Sundering Riposte. And I have a Dex Greatsword that I put with. Then I put the feature weight ring and the garden earring. Then you go for an amulet that is Dex, that is adapted to your mutation type. That's gonna be pretty good, mostly for corrupted, because they are weak to rapier. The good way to do it with the rapier, I like to do this build right there. You can copy and paste. Or another build that is pretty good is you're gonna go for this and this instead. You see what I mean? You're gonna go for Flurry, Riposte, and Evade. And then I probably have those boots on me. Yeah, you're gonna put Leeching Flurry on. And then you're gonna have the full deck set and do some Leeching Flurry into the clump. It's gonna be pretty good, mostly for dungeon like depths. This is what you want. That's where it look good. Hybris, you really want that. Or thinking. Alright. For Lust, almost the same thing. I'm gonna put my Lust setup. Sorry if all my gem is wrong right now. I'm just showing the gear, so yeah, don't be too harsh. Just Bryn has said, really quick to farm. You can start with Epic. This is what I did. I took Epic 2 perker, just Lost Sword, Refreshing Evasion, and then I got the 3rd perk, just doing the dungeon. So yeah, depending of what I do, like Evade is pretty good when you want to tank. And then I have my Great Sword that I use with Cross Attunement, Lost Bane, Trenchant Recovery, pretty nice. And yeah, it's con, so I can go Rapier or Hammer. They are weak to Hammer, so you can go Hammer. You don't really need to go Rapier. Just, yeah, they gave me the piece, so sometimes I do it for fun. Yeah, this is it. Angry Heart. It's an easy dungeon. It can go light. You're gonna tank it light with 4 DPS basically. And then the chess piece, you're gonna put Siren. You mix the Wheel Warden with the Siren. And then you got a light set. Pretty good. Or you can do Hammer too, because it's strength. So you're gonna go with the Hammer. There you go. And then I can even put Shrinking Flame. So I'm gonna do a lot of fire DPS on them if I like it's Angry Heart or weak to fire, or I can have like Angry Heart Bane instead of Shrinking Flame. That would be great. All right. So this is it. Most of the time when I tank, I go like 200, 300. But yeah, depend on a lot of factor. Maybe you're gonna have to put more or less strength or con, depending on what you want to do. Like right now I'm missing con, so like if I had con to my set, I know I'm now medium, but it's just an example. Okay, now I can go to this, and then I'm gonna take a roasted rabbit. I'm gonna be 200 con, 200 strength, 200 con, which will be good for all the hard content. And if you do the easy content, you can go like 200 con and 300 strength. Gonna give you more grit. So yeah. Gonna do like 300 strength, take roasted rabbit, get your con or any food like that. Alright. So this is it for this part. I'm gonna show a small gameplay. Peace out.